When was the last time you heard somebody say, let's go to downtown Clearwater? I've lived here since '94. I've never heard that once.
It's like North Korea. It's like a very staged play that you're a part of.
The ghost town reputation is partly that.
All the windows are shut, there's no sunlight coming in, there's no one here.
One of the issues they've been having is the city has different plans for developing the downtown, but obviously the church and its parishioners have other plans, and they have butted heads on multiple occasions.
We cannot force anybody to develop and activate an empty building because there's those little things called constitutional property rights. Our hands are tied on so many fronts.
Hi there, I'm Brooks Gibbs, a resident of Clearwater, Florida. Discussing downtown with people often sounds like walking through the 5 stages of grief. The first stage is denial. Some well-meaning residents still believe downtown is not lost. They compare Scientology's real estate acquisitions to Walt Disney's secret purchases before building Disney World. However, the comparison falls apart under scrutiny. Disney sought to create an open and welcoming, hospitable environment. Scientology, by contrast, is notorious for maintaining an exclusive police state level of isolation from the general public. And for 50 years, the city of Clearwater has appealed to Scientology to open its buildings to the public, and those appeals have consistently been ignored. As the saying goes, the best predictor of future behavior is past behavior. And by that measure, the future of downtown, under Scientology's influence, well, it appears bleak. The next stage is anger. This is where protesters or critics and many longtime residents find themselves in. They see blocks of empty buildings and they remember the thriving city that once was. Their anger is understandable, but anger will not bring healing to our city. The third stage is bargaining. Some city council members and hopeful residents believe that cooperating or negotiating with David Miscavige, the leader of Scientology, well, maybe by doing that, Clearwater might finally revitalize its downtown. You know, the carrot is always the promise of a revitalized downtown. That's what the city leaders want. And the stick is the threat of keeping his buildings closed. That's what the city leaders do not want. Miscavige has mastered these techniques to exploit the desires and fears of city leadership to get exactly what he wants. And I don't fault them for hoping. After all, Scientology produces the most beautiful renderings of future developments, but these are just promises, never guarantees.
And again, I asked, if this is beautiful, can we have it in writing and activation? And of course, he refused.
Then comes depression. This is where many Clearwater residents are today. Apathetic, disillusioned, and disengaged. Chronic civic depression does more than stall progress. It erodes the foundations of community life. Finally, acceptance arrives, and with acceptance comes healing. We must accept that David Miscavige and the Church of Scientology will not become reliable partners in our city's revitalization. Most importantly, we must accept that it is up to us, the citizens, to chart a new path forward. Through the upcoming sale of Garden Avenue, the citizens of Clearwater have organized an intervention to rescue city leaders from this unhealthy relationship and to establish a plan to heal our city. Did you know that when the Church of Scientology offered to purchase the Garden Avenue property for $1.3 million, we at Save the Garden made an offer to purchase it for $1.5 million. Scientology said they would close the street and build a memorial to L. Ron Hubbard. We said we would keep the street open and build a memorial park to the African American community that was once there, especially the business owners that helped build downtown. Scientology said they would take up to 6 years to complete their construction. We said we could finish ours under 3 years. You see, we're committed to help the city heal by installing a memorial garden as well as a mile-long memorial path that will help citizens enjoy the memory of old downtown. We owe it to ourselves and future generations to honor the Clearwater we love. This is why our group started Save the Garden. We wanted to memorialize the past in order to heal our city. I believe there are 3 steps to healing Clearwater. First, accept the loss of old downtown. Scientology owns most of it. Whether or not they activate their properties should no longer factor in the city's plans. We must move forward without depending on their involvement. Second, memorialize what was lost. We owe it to ourselves and future generations to honor the Clearwater we love. This is why our group started Save the Garden. We wanted to memorialize the past in order to heal our city. The third step to healing a city is to build new downtown. Clearwater has already invested $84 million into Coachman Park and surrounding citizen-owned business and entertainment venues, and it's time to label and promote this area as New Downtown, building a future that is vibrant. Today, the Clearwater City Council faces a critical choice that will define our future. If City Council agrees to sell the property to Save the Garden, it marks the end of fruitless negotiations with Scientology's leadership, and it marks the beginning of a new chapter, one defined by acceptance, remembrance, and rebuilding. You know, when we lose someone we love, the healthiest response is to honor and memorialize them. Save the Garden is Clearwater's act of remembrance. It's a way of preserving what was lost while creating a future we can be proud of.
My message to the brothers and sisters who grew up with me and are familiar with Garden Avenue, who live on Garden Avenue, who were educated by Miss Kerbo on Garden Avenue, work with us, not against us. We are here to salvage and save our history, preserve our history. And if we don't do it now, when is the time to do it?
So citizens, step up. Do what you're supposed to do.
Please save the garden.
Please save the garden.
Please, SaveTheGarden.org. Find out what it's about. Be part of the solution.